Hello, salutations. What it do? It's Sadot the Gamer, all five of the Durag Gang. Know the vibes like a scrub. Let's get it. Good morning, good afternoon, for me at least. What's up, chat? Welcome to another Super News, where we go over the biggest stories from the gaming industry over the past week, with an emphasis on superhero-related news, if they have it. I am your host, Sadot the Gamer. What's up, Eric? What's up, Divine Shine? Hey, looks like you figured it out with your debit card. Appreciate that, Eric. Re-upping to become a defender. Appreciate the support. What's up, Batman Apprentice? Thank you so much to all my defenders for helping support the stream. If you want to become a defender, hit the join button. Only a couple bucks a month gives you access to private Discord, the weekend gaming sessions, member exclusive content and streams, some awesome emotes and badges as well. It's a lot of fun. Also, consider leaving a direct donation. All of this helps directly support the channel, keeps me here making content for you beautiful people. Links in the description and in the pinned comment. What's up, everybody? We got some interesting stories. This was an interesting week. We got a update on God of War Ragnarok. I'm still thinking it's going to be delayed, but it's looking less and less likely. I will say that Ragnarok is going to be delayed. So we're going to be talking about that, as well as going back over the Avengers update for people that missed it. What's up, Venom? Give everyone a chance to come in. Also, at 1 o'clock p.m., the Marvel's Avengers community is getting together to help raise money for St. Jude's. Doomkiller HD is organizing it. He had a friend that lost their life tragically to cancer, so Doom was inspired to help get the community together, help raise some money for a good cause. St. Jude's is a great charity. I donate to them every year. So starting at 1 o'clock, a bunch of streamers from the Avengers community on Twitch, on YouTube, they're going to be streaming Fortnite. They're going to be streaming Avengers. I'm going to be doing my shift at 3. So if you want to hang out, hop over to Twitch at 3 p.m. I'll be there. I'll be streaming Avengers. I'm looking to collab with Jay Shockblast as well. Should be a lot of fun. How you doing, Walker, Laura Common? So let's get into the first story of the day. Looks like EA, yes, the EA, creators of Madden, are reportedly looking to get bought. We have this story that's been circulating. In recent years, as media companies have taken greater interest in the rapidly growing gaming industry, Wilson and Electronic Arts have held talks with a number of different potential suitors, including Disney, Apple, and Amazon. Sources with knowledge of those talks told me. Several sources familiar with these talks say EA has been persistent in pursuing a sale and has only grown more emboldened in the wake of the Microsoft Activision deal. Others say that EA is primarily interested in a merger arrangement that will allow Wilson to remain as chief executive of the combined company. Representatives from Disney, Apple, Amazon all declined to comment. So that would obviously be absolutely massive if EA ended up getting bought by freaking Disney or Amazon. Holy, those are definitely some big hitters. So I'm definitely going to keep an eye on this story. I'm hearing that a likely scenario is that they could potentially pursue this merger with NBC Universal, but it looks like EA is looking into the acquisition business. What's up, Almighty Bruce? What's up, Aaron Go? What Lejeune tweet are we talking about? We'll get to that later. The next story, we got a new Marvel game, which I knew immediately was going to be a mobile game, and it is in fact true. This one is called Marvel Snap. It is a digital card game from the developers of the popular game Hearthstone. We had a we had a teaser for it featuring a trailer that's cell shaded. It had Venom, Galactus, America Chavez, Ironheart, Riri Williams, and they officially revealed it. Did a walkthrough. It is a card game, hot off the heels of Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. Comes a new game from Marvel Entertainment that offers the same flavor of throwing everybody from everywhere in a big old pot, shaking and seeing what kind of shenanigans come out. Marvel Snap is a new collectible card game that its creators claim has some of the fastest gameplay in the CCG space. According to the announcement video, matches only last about 3 minutes, and players take their turns simultaneously, so there's no waiting for your opponent to just finally figure out they have lethal and kill you already. Marvel Snap matches seem to be based around arranging cards under one of 3 areas on the board in order to take control of them. The player who takes control of 2 of 3 areas wins the match. To heighten the stakes, players can snap their opponent, which seems like a high risk, high reward move to gain an edge to win the match. So definitely looks like a game for a very specific niche, the mobile CCG crowd. I have not played a mobile game in quite a while. I've not played a card-based mobile game in quite a while. The last one I played was Duel Links. I was a big Yu-Gi-Oh player, but I have since retired. This game does not look like it will particularly appeal to me, but if you're into card games, then this is something that I highly recommend. The one about Kyle, yeah, I talked about it on Twitter. We were all in the conversation. I talked about it on stream a couple times as well. We also got an update for God of War Ragnarok. They revealed the accessibility features. This is from the PlayStation blog. The prophecy of Ragnarok brings changes to all the realms. And with that, we're excited to announce some new accessibility features that will be available in God of War Ragnarok. Not only have we redesigned our UI to allow for more flexibility and readability, but we have also rebuilt controller remapping from the ground up and added more customization to our combat and interaction systems. We have retained all of our accessibility features from 2018's God of War and expanded upon them to include more than 60 ways to adjust gameplay to best suit your style and needs. So obviously that is very important for people that are particularly big into accessibility. Obviously, games should have as many accessibility options as possible in this day and age, but the more important takeaway from this is that it looks like the odds of God of War Ragnarok not getting delayed into 2023 has increased, because previously it was believed that it could potentially get delayed. You know, it's been quite a while since we've actually seen any God of War Ragnarok gameplay. It's been pretty quiet. I don't think they've even submitted the rating yet, so people have just been waiting around for some information. And then we just got this reveal that they're showing off some new accessibility features. So I feel like you wouldn't necessarily do that if you plan on releasing the game in 2023. So I think we could cautiously think that God of War Ragnarok will be out this year, but I mean, you never know, things could change last minute. But if God of War Ragnarok does come out, I'm expecting it to be like the end of the year. We're talking the holiday season, where way back where I think Hogwarts Legacy is going to be dropping. We also got some Death Stranding news. Norman Reedus appeared to nonchalantly confirm Death Stranding 2 this week. In an interview, The Walking Dead star revealed that work had just started on the Death Stranding sequel, but before reiterating the point a second time, the series developed by Kojima Productions is directed by Hideo Kojima, who appeared to acknowledge the comments in a Twitter post. "Go to your private room, my friend," he said, with heart eyes and thumbs up emoji. He attached 2 photos showing himself grabbing a baseball bat coated in barbed wire and then attacking Reedus with it. In a final picture, the pair appear to have made friends again. It's obviously cryptic from Kojima, but it's easy to see what he's getting at. You weren't supposed to say anything. But I guess the cat's out of the bag. Death Stranding 2 is going to be a thing. I have not played the first Death Stranding, but I am a fan of Norman Reedus, but if you're into this, then good news for you, you're going to get another one. And of course, we finally got some actual Marvel's Avengers news that wasn't skin related. After weeks of waiting, we finally got some information about Patch 2.4. Marvel's Avengers Patch 2.4 is dropping next week. They did not say specifically when. And they gave us some more details about exactly what is going to be going on with the patch. The patch is, of course, focused around improving the event rewards, which obviously have gotten completely stale. People that aren't new players generally ignore the events completely unless they're rewarding the Tachyon Surge gear, and then people save scum that to try to get the God roll, and then they move on. But now they are improving the event rewards to make them more rewarding, with the most important change, of course, being that now the events are going to be dropping power level 140 plus gear, so that if you don't want to play the OLT in the raid, you can simply just play the events, and you can get gear that will eventually take you to the max power level cap of 175, which is very big. It's something that players have been pushing for, both publicly as well as behind the scenes, for quite a while, and they finally gave in, so that you will finally be getting that path to 175 if you want to play solo. Now, the way the events are going to work going forward is that they're going to be divided into 3 mission chains: meta mission chains, minor mission chains, and daily mission chains. If you do the meta mission chain, where you complete everything, that will be the best rewards. You'll get the exotic from that specific event for all of your hero roster instead of just the one. In addition to it having a chance to drop at higher than power level 140 plus. The minor mission chains are pretty much like the hero specific assignments you usually get during the events, except these will also be a way to increase your power level. So they will be dropping what they're calling superior exotics, which is what they're labeling the exotics that will drop with a power level of plus 140. And for the dailies, they will not be required to finish the entire mission chain, but they will still offer rewards and gear. Just they won't have gear that will get you past 140, but it's another incentive to keep playing. And the breakdown is as follows: Tachyon Anomaly, which starts next Thursday, will be dropping Tachyon Surge gear. The Ruskaya Protocols will be dropping the Apex Power gear. The Corrupted Vibranium event, which is pretty big, will be dropping Discordant raid gear. So the raid gear, the Discordant sound gear that previously was locked behind a raid, will now be able to be farmed if you play the Corrupted Vibranium event. So that's going to be probably the most played event besides the Tachyon Anomaly, because there is some very good Discordant gear. Specifically, they have Vibranium payload gear that you can farm for, as well as those minor artifacts, which can be pretty good. Specifically, the one that gives you a Vibranium payload. The Red Room mission chain, the Red Room takeover will be rewarding the technical power set, and the Cosmic Threat will be awarding the Omega gear. So that is going to be the order. This is going to be Tachyon Anomaly, Ruskaya Protocols, Corrupted Vibranium, Red Room Takeover, and Cosmic Threat, and then it will rotate around. Hopefully, eventually they add a new event, but for now, this is going to be the rotation, which looks like it's going to happen about every 2 weeks. In addition to all these changes, Brian Wagner has confirmed that they are working, that they think they have a fix for the bug that is affecting traversal that people have been having trouble with. It was originally thought it was completely tied to the Mega Hive, but it's not completely tied there. But people have been basically getting their traversal animations on their characters switched with other characters, and there's also been problems with their intrinsic. And according to Brian, there is a fix for that they hope will work, that I hope will work. So when they roll that out with patch 3.4, we'll check for that. I'll ask if anyone who's been affected by the traversal bug has noticed that it's fixed. Hopefully this patch goes a lot smoother than 2.3 and doesn't have any problems when it comes out. I'm expecting it to personally come out on Thursday. It makes the most sense to me.
Screw the rules, I have money.
Hey, appreciate that, my friend. That's 735. Thank you very much. Had to beat an old lady with a stick. It's funny. I hope she's okay. So yeah, hopefully the patch is going to work smoothly. We've had enough patches that broke stuff. It would be nice if once have one that didn't, but I'm guessing it's going to be Thursday again, because we have an event going on right now. And if they were to add this 2.4 patch, they would essentially have to reset the event, which could cause even more problems. So I'm going to guess that they're going to save the patch for Thursday, because then the event will naturally reset and there'll be a fresh event for you to start farming with all the new changes in place. So that is how I'm expecting it to go. New in terms of what time, new patches generally are dropped at about 11 a.m. Eastern. So I would look out for that on Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern. We should have patch 2.4 unless there is a delay. Hopefully it is not. Hello, Spider. How you doing, Spider Kyle? Oli is okay. She's in the coma hospital. That's pretty dark. New patch gonna get you back on the grind. Well, it's gonna get me back on the grind. So, oh yeah, I gotta share this with y'all. I gotta share this with the chat. What's up, Black King? I've been farming Iron Man, trying to get the God roll. I haven't been doing it on. I've been doing it off stream. Just been offline farming myself, trying to get that Iron Man God roll. I'm doing good, thank you. And look what I got. For people that aren't following me on Twitter, I got this beauty. Farming the attack riff. Why do you keep asking what time it is for me? It's I'm on the East Coast. So right now it's afternoon. Now I was obviously looking for the rockets, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have another chance to farm the tachyon gear anyway. It's not a big deal. And I mean, it's perfect otherwise. Like targeted buff, valor, precision, plus the bonus might. You're in Europe? All right. So I'm on the East Coast, so it is 12:22 right now. So in about a half hour we're going to do the members only gaming session, and then 2 hours later I'm going to go on Twitch, and then we're going to start up the charity stream. So this was the result of about 10 hours, and as soon as I saw all this and the repulsors, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to bother. I don't feel like doing it. The repulsors are still good. Like, I actually tested it out, and it gets the job done. I can still melt enemies with this, and the repulsors look cool at least. So as long as I got my god roll, as long as I'm doing the Iron Man rapid fire trick, the repulsors still get the job done. So I'm not stressing it too much. Plus, when patch 2.4 drops, the first event is going to be the Tachyon Anomaly event. So I could just farm that event again with Iron Man to try to get the rockets. That way I'll have both. So I'll have the option. And I'll get it for every character, but I'll try to farm for Hawkeye. I don't need it, but I want to get a 3-stat god roll with Hawkeye. That includes Valor Precision. That also has Proficient buff. I want to probably double it up. Otherwise, I think I'm good. maybe I'll try to get it for Captain America. I mean, I have it for Captain America, but I got a terrible stat roll. I got Might and Intensity on my Captain America piece, so I may just end up getting something for Captain America. But otherwise, I'm pretty good on the Tachyon Surge God rules. I got Hawkeye, I got Thor, I got Black Widow, I got Iron Man now. Maybe I'll try to get it for Kate. Maybe I'll try to get it for Thick Bishop. We'll see about it. Civil War Cap next. I have no idea what they're going to do next. So we know that out of all the skins that Miller leaked already, there's only 2 left. We just got the Civil War Iron Man. So that means the only ones that are left that he leaked are the Hawk with the bunny slippers and the new Kamala one. So those are 2. So at some point we're going to get the Hawk and we're going to get the Kamala. I don't know when Cap's getting another one. Do you think they will bring back the old shipment skins? I would imagine they will eventually, but it doesn't seem like it's a priority right now. They seem to be having a hard enough time getting shipment skins that people actually really want. So I guess they're trying to keep the FOMO going a little longer, or they just don't have time or resources. What's up, Yard Dry Hearts? Appreciate you stopping through. Personally, I just want them to have just better shipment skins, because they started off strong with that Wakanda Stealth Iron Man. Then they started doing MCU skins, and now we're doing these recolors. First we had the Captain America one, and now we're not even getting really accurate recolors anymore. You want the Winter Soldier all black Captain America, Jane in a few weeks. I mean, Yeah, actually. I mean, we're getting closer. We're like at the end of May. So kinda. We're getting to the end of May, so yeah. June starts in 2 weeks. Well, still not a few weeks is a stretch still. But yeah, June starts in 2 weeks. And I'm thinking Jane Foster is coming out the probably the first week of July. But I could definitely see us getting Jane Foster news in a few weeks, because they said that after patch 2.4, they're going to give us some more information about the Jane Foster DLC. So it was just a matter of when the 2.4 update was actually going to drop. And now we know it's going to be, as long as there's no, major delay, as long as they don't find a bug that, exceeds their tolerance level, as was described by CD Nikki, it should drop next Thursday. And then we should be, at that point, waiting for information about 2.5. What stats are the best with Operative's Armor? Operative's Armor does not give you any options with the stats. Operative's Armor has locked stats. All that gear have locked stats. You do not have an option. You do not have an option, unfortunately. And the only downside of that Operative's Armor is that, in addition to the stats being locked, you don't get Precision or Valor. You only get Intensity, Resilience, and Resolve, which is great for defense, but if you wanted that extra boost to your stats, you're not getting it. But the trade-off is that Operative's Armor makes you invincible. I mean, yeah. There's no reason to get rid of it. You can't get a better roll unless you got unless you got 2 stats instead of 3. But even then, I mean, it doesn't matter. You're not going to get a different roll. The stats are locked. So just keep the peace and take the hit to your Precision and Valor, which I think is worth it, since it literally makes you invincible. I think that losing out on some Precision and Valor is worth it if you're invincible. Opera's Armor still come from priorities? Yep, they should. Those priority missions. I think they may have expanded on it. I know they have the priority missions, but the flashback missions can also reward you with exotics now. Sub original? Not unless you care about Marvel Snap, Death Stranding, or EA getting bought potentially by Amazon. What's going on with Droid in Progress, Cloning Labs, and Patrol Mode? Weeks away. Soon. Possible, not probable. Pick one. They need to make the priority daily. I agree. They made it an event. The priority mission rush. It should just be a thing. Every day. Just a daily thing. What's up, Levon? What's up, Levon Rogers? Weeks away. Here for the Durag Gang Avengers. Dessert. We're gonna have the charity stream. So starting at 1 o'clock, some of your favorite streamers from the Avengers community are going to be streaming either Fortnite or Avengers. This was put together by Doomkiller HD to raise to raise some money for cancer. So your money will go to St. Jude's. I'm going to have a donation link in the chat when I'm streaming on Twitch at 3 p.m. If you want to hang out, I know Johnny Rocker is going to be streaming on Twitch at 1. He's going to be playing Fortnite. I'm going to be playing Avengers with Jay Shockblast and Uncle Casual at 3. Should be a lot of fun and for a good cause. You're just here for Avengers Tower. I'm sure we'll take it back eventually. So the one interesting thing in that I brought up on Thursday was that when Brian Wagner was tweeting, additional information about patch 2.4, he said that there's going to be that later they're going to going forward be keeping in mind that when we get content and rewards, they want to make sure that progression and everything isn't completely tied to the multiplayer activities, and that people who are playing solo aren't left behind. But he said they're going to talk about later this year, and he put waggling his eyebrows. I'm guessing it's a hint that there's going to be an Avengers later this year to talk about in terms of content. So another, that plus CD Nick E saying see you in 6 months in response to the troll that said Avengers is dead after Jane Foster. There you go. The devs seem fairly confident that Avengers is at least going to make it through the year. Is it triple XP for Iron Man? For only for Iron Man. Triple XP. Will he be accused of making Cancer Gangster too? Probably. Probably if you go to the subreddit. Johnny Reggae Rocker, Uncle Cass, and Jay Chillblast. Correct. As long as we get back to Avengers Tower, you're all for it. So I don't know when or if that's actually going to be a thing. I feel like She-Hulk would be a great operation to introduce taking back Avengers Tower, because she's a lawyer in addition to being a superhero, so she could take it to aim in the courtroom and in the streets. But Ultron is supposedly, according to Miller, coming with She-Hulk, so I'm not sure how that would tie in with the takeover of Avengers Tower, but we'll see. Maybe Avengers Tower could be something they'll throw in with Winter Soldier. Who knows? But hopefully we do eventually get that. It's definitely been sent to the devs as an idea from a lot of different people that we want some kind of Avengers Tower related activity that's not just a one-off story thing. We want to actually have a replayable multiplayer rewarding mission centered around Avengers Tower, as well as probably Avengers Tower as an outpost. I assume people want as well, but definitely a mission where you take back Avengers Tower, and some kind of Avengers Tower related horde mode could be really great. All that would be good. They found out Ultron got Avengers Tower from AIM. that could be a way to do it as well. You have patrol mode so bad. Unfortunately, Join in Progress is going to have to be finalized if they're going to do patrol mode, and they're going to need more people. The good thing about the Embracer Group is that I've heard that the Embracer Group, in a similar situation, took over for a game studio, paid for the license, gave them additional support after hearing what they had to say, and then they were able to get out content much faster. So I think that would be the best case scenario for Avengers. They take on the license. They sit down with the team, listen to what they have, what they need, give them some extra support, and help speed things along, make everything more efficient. Because obviously the game needs a new engine, but that's not possible. It's just not. But if they have more people, more money, then they can definitely make some significant changes. They could get out content faster. They could spend more time actually QA testing and fixing bugs so content comes out more stable. All that stuff would significantly improve the game if Embracer Group were to go that route. So we'll have to, we're still waiting to actually hear. We haven't officially heard anything. We know that Embracer is all set with the Tomb Raider stuff, but we haven't heard yet officially what's going on with the license, what if there is any intentions to do anything with Avengers. It seems to be, I mean, from what we've heard from Brian and CD Nick E, it sounds like they feel like stuff is going to be happening this year. They seem fairly confident, so I'll take that as a good sign. But the Embracer deal is not going to be finalized for a few months, so all we can do is wait, keep an eye out. But from everything I've heard, Embracer is a great thing for Avengers. Would be a great thing for Avengers. So it just comes down to, is Disney going to sign off on it? What are we doing? Baby steps. Why is a new engine impossible? Mainly that. So the amount of money and time it would take for them to move the game over from the foundation engine to, say, Unreal Engine 5 would be so time consuming and expensive that they literally would just be better off making an entirely new game. Like, we're talking about millions of dollars, a lot of devs, and several years of work. So it's just not practical for them to go from foundation to Unreal, for example. They would need devs that were familiar with Unreal. They would need to pay to move them over, move the entire game over. It just wouldn't be possible. Now, if they had put this game on Unreal Engine from the beginning, instead of the foundation engine, then it wouldn't be a problem, because obviously not only would the game be better now in terms of performance and the things that they can do, but they would be able to easily upgrade from Unreal 4 to Unreal 5, which Fortnite did, for example. But because they decided to do the foundation engine, the game is stuck. There's nothing they could do. It was a very bad oversight on Square Enix and the people who were in charge of that decision. They did not foresee, like the rest of the industry did, that Unreal was going to be the go-to, one of the top engines going forward, and they chose wrong. So now they're stuck on a engine that Crystal Dynamics doesn't even use anymore. The next Tomb Raider game is being developed on Unreal Engine 5, not Foundation, which the last Tomb Raider game they made was. So, yeah, big oopsie. Big oopsie. They are unfortunately limited. The only thing they could do to significantly, I guess, improve the performance aspect of the game would be to abandon last gen support and just focus strictly on optimizing for current gen. But that's a solution that's going to obviously exclude a significant amount of players, and they don't have that many players left to lose in the first place. You know, you don't want to be making decisions that potentially will cost you more players. That's something you would do if you were going to go free to play, for example. But even then, it could be argued that if you're going to go free to play, you might as well support last gen as well. But those are pretty much their only options. They can't do anything with the engine. it's one of the all-time what ifs. What if Marvel's Avengers was made in Unreal? what this game could have been. Unfortunately we'll never know. But if Embracer, you know, decides that they don't mind dealing with Marvel games, maybe they make a new Marvel game that's made in Unreal Engine. You know, maybe a sequel. Learning from all the past mistakes, and then eventually we'll get the Avengers game we always wanted under Embracer Group this time. Maybe, we'll see. But regardless, that something like that would be years away. But this is the game we got now, so hopefully Embracer can make it better. I'll be rooting for them. I hope they turn around. Hope we end the year with at least Jane Foster, She-Hulk, and Winter Soldier. And I hope that we get some more content like a horde mode, cloning labs, rework, all that good stuff. But I'm going to get ready for the members only gaming session, and then at 3 o'clock we're going to start the charity stream over on Twitch. Definitely follow me, links in the description. I'm Sadot the Gamer, signing out.